What's good, YouTube? I got a birthday today. Happy Saturday. Today is a reset day. I love Saturdays. So I'm actually currently recording this YouTube video that I'm about to be posting. Today was a back, no, yesterday was a back day. We did back and biceps, and well, primarily back, to be honest with you. Because for me, one thing I want to focus on is my back lift, especially going into, let's say, a show day. Just putting my mindset in the mindset of a bodybuilder. What I was lacking last time I went on stage was back lift. I had definition, but width wasn't really there. So therefore, my waist to let's say mid upper back ratio needs to be a little bit bigger. Needs to be bigger. So yeah, definitely been working on that. And yeah, today was a really good day. Felt really good. Really not today. Why do I keep saying today? Yesterday was a really good day. I had a really good pump. I feel it today because I'm really sore. But yeah, today's a reset day where I just focus on content, creating content for the whole week. And one thing I like to do also is just like look at finances and stuff like that. I always do that every week. Just see where you're at, see how things are going. Because at the end of the day, one thing I've realized over time is if you're not looking at the numbers, if you're not looking at what's going on, if you're not looking at the things that, operate your life, then you're just leaving yourself behind. Because at the end of the day, majority of people do not look at the finances, don't look at how much you're spending throughout the week, throughout the day. And you need to look at that, especially if you want to see some type of improvement when it comes to your finances. I remember for the longest time, especially this happened to me like 4 years ago. When I was 16, I started a lawnmower business and I ran it by myself. I was making like a good $500 a week. And what I was able to do was just, hey, take a lawnmower that my dad had, of course, take his car, and I would just drive it around the neighborhood. And in doing so, I was able to just build and get more money, as well as I was working on Home Depot. So I was working two jobs. But what happened is, when I went to college at 18, I remember I had two jobs again. I was working at Home Depot. I got like a little promotion. It's like a 50 cents promotion. It wasn't shit. And then I went to valet, and I worked at valet parking. And when I did valet parking paid really nice with nice tip, bro. If you want a job and you're young, 18, 19, do valet parking. The tips, literally, I used to get paid $500 in tips, $500 in a check, and I would get paid for Home Depot. And I was paying for school, and I remember my school payment was around like 4 grand a month. Well, I'm sorry, not 4 grand a month. It was about 4 grand a semester, because I went in state, so therefore like my tuition was a bit lower. So what happened is I remember having the same amount of money when I was like 17. I was like, wait, I'm working two jobs. How do I only have this amount saved? I had the same amount at 18. And it wasn't until I realized, bro, you're spending too fucking much. Just because you're making a little bit more doesn't mean you go berserk on it. And yeah, that shit fucked me up. It took me a little while to come back from that. But I was able to overcome. I was able to learn more about my finances, learn more about my personal taxes. Because at a young age, I've always owned some form of a business, and now it's just about getting better and like, creating skills over time. Just keep improving, especially in the areas that I want. When it comes to my like fitness business, content, and things I also do on the side. So there's always little things that are moving. And you got to keep an eye on them, bro. Have a day where you just keep an eye on them. It doesn't have to be every day. Just have one day where you just focus and be intentional. This morning I was like, I'm gonna go in QuickBooks and fix a lot of shit. And I went in QuickBooks and I fixed a lot of shit. And I saw how much I have to pay in taxes. So I gotta get ready for that battle. Fuck. But yeah, with that being said, hope you guys enjoy this workout, and I'll catch you next time. Peace. So going into this workout today was back in biceps, and my main thing was I wanted to do a lot of rowing movements. So my three top exercises today were the barbell row, or the incline dumbbell row, and there's a single arm row, as well as I did a pull down in between the single arm row and in between the incline row. But with this, when it comes to like the barbell row, I went for about 6 sets of 6 to 12. And my main thing was to do the first 3 sets where I aim for 12, and then last three a drop set. I literally carry that around probably throughout every workout that I do, just because that's just like the training style that I've come to enjoy. But most importantly, I've come to realize like your body sometimes a certain style of training may benefit you as much as another one. So one thing I always say is play around with different styles of training, but make sure you keep like a few things consistent. And for me, I've been able to build a certain routine when it comes to my mindset, my body, and overall what I do in the gym, to where I know the staples that I need to focus on to get growth. Because I used to be doing single arm, do this, a ton of different exercises for no reason. And I was like, why am I doing 10 exercises in one workout when I could just do six, when I could just do five and just focus really hard on those five? So for me, I like to focus really hard on those five. So therefore, Those five can give me the value that I need. I feel the muscle the most. I feel the contraction the most, meaning I get more growth. From there on, we went to the incline row. Incline row for me, I love the incline row. This right here is a staple in my back exercises now, especially like I'll say since a year ago I started adding it. Once I had my ACL injury, I couldn't do regular like standing dumbbell rows, so I was like, okay, cool. Incline was the next best thing, and it worked out beautifully. And when it comes to this exercise, I like to just stick to one weight. I start with 75s, and just from there on, just focus on contraction, stretching all the way out, squeezing it through, and just really just really making sure I'm squeezing every fiber when it comes to my back. One thing I always say is act like there's a finger in between your back and just pinch it in, squeeze. As we finish this out, going for another 12. This was the last set. And one thing is always have like your back foot really planted. You know, if as long as you have your back foot planted, performing this exercise could be a lot easier. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in just because I've always wondered when I see commentary on YouTube, like, and I've watched like a lot of YouTubers ever since like 2008. I was like, okay, cool. What are these guys doing? Like, are they actually, commentating, trying to be perfect, or just saying whatever comes to mind? And I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all and just say whatever comes to mind, man. Because at the end of the day, since like the gym I go to is very loud, right? And I want to start recording in the gym while being able to like speak to you guys, because I feel like that's going to be a lot more authentic. But most importantly, it's going to give you like a direct view, a point of view of what I'm doing that specific time, in real time. And the gym is just so loud, so I ordered a new mic, and hopefully that fixes the problem, and as well as like the other additional parts to it. But after a pull down, I only did pull downs for about like 4 sets of like 12. My last were on fire. And then I went to dumbbell row. Dumbbell row, I was surprising myself a little bit. I actually went to 105s for about 12 reps for my last set. We did about 4 sets of 12, well, 6 to 12. And for my last set, I surprised myself a little bit by getting 105s for about 8 and 9-ish. I'll say 8 and 9-ish because there was a lot of momentum. But it is what it is. Your last ones are always going to look ugly a little bit. But from here on out, we just started with 95s. Well, I started with 95s, and he started with 50s. That's just like my boy Marco, and he's going to be training with me for like a little bit now. But yeah, we're just going to get him shredded to the motherfucking bone. You know what? Comment below if you want me to like incorporate Marco within this process as well, like seeing his transformation from the workouts and his physique changing, because that would be pretty dope. Just do like a whole journey of me, but also him and how his transformation going. So let me know if you guys would want that, just to see his part as well. But yeah, from here on out, we just finished things out. This was, I think, second to last exercise, because the last exercise was a superset. For biceps, I only did close grip barbell curls for about 5 sets. And for the real death flies, I superset that with the close grip, just because I just wanted to do it all at once and just get it done with. I didn't want to be in the gym any longer. I was tired, man. I was tired today. This is where we finish it out. Last one. The last set was tough, especially with the left arm. That one was tough. My lats were on fire. But yeah, we just went into it, finished it off strong. I think I did about 8 and 9 here. I'm not really sure. But from there on, we went to, again, close grip barbell curls with real flies, and you just that for 5 sets of 6 to 12 each. The close grip barbell curl, I used 70 pounds, and I just kept it at 70 pounds for all 5 sets. And for the real delts, I kept it at 12.5 pounds for all 5 sets as well. Just because, again, I like to use constant weight. There's always two ways to progress. Well, multiple ways of progressive overload, to be honest with you. And I say pushing the same amount of weight for a different amount of reps is probably one of my favorites, because you're testing yourself, you're testing your limits to see how far you can go, but most importantly, you're building muscular endurance within that certain amount of weight, if you know what I mean. Like, that weight will become easy to you. So one thing I was telling my boy Marco is, like, I want 315 to be a staple all around in every exercise that I do. And this almost is. I could do 315 rows, I could do 315 squats, I could do 315 deadlifts, I could do 315 bench, and now I just need to do 315 curls. It's gonna take a while, but hey, it's going to happen. Now I'm playing. That's never gonna happen. I'll have to take some type of steroid for that shit. Literally 315 curls. What the fuck? Hell no. But yeah, like, I want it to be a staple. Right now, I think rows I still need to work a little bit more on. That's why I'm saying it's almost, because I'm not perfect with them yet. I want to be able to control it. I can thrust it, but I can't control it. So that's why I'm using 2 plates right now, because I can control 2 plates. But once 2 plates becomes butter, 315 is gonna become butter, and I can't wait for that. But yeah, we'll finish this up. Close grip, keeping tempo, squeezing through. Yeah, all the way to the top. Pause. Keep it going. Keep it going. You always got more. Always go for at least like 2 to 5 more reps, man. Always push for 2 to 5 more reps. That's when you're really challenging your mind, your mindset, your body, and everything that you're doing. Everything. Give it all. Yeah. But yeah, hey, yo, pause. But yeah, this was really towards the end of the workout. From there on, I just went into posing a little bit. One thing is, right now I'm currently 207 pounds, and I want to actually go to like 210 a little bit, just to see how I look at 210. Like, one thing is, I'm lean bulking, so it's very slow for me to gain weight, to be honest with you. Most of the time in a week, if I don't eat a certain amount of food, I will lose weight, so I have to really be consistent with everything. Like, just yesterday I woke up at 208. Just today I woke up at 207.2. That shit pisses me off, man. And bulking is one of the hardest things I always tell people. Gaining weight is the hardest thing, especially when you have a ton of muscle mass, because you're always constantly burning. You're always constantly feeding that muscle. And that's why we use food as fuel, because it really becomes fuel at that time. Fuel to just keep those muscles going, but most importantly, keep them growing. So I want to chase 210, and I want to see how I look at 210 by December, hopefully. Right now it's November. I'm 207 207.2. I was 208. And I say I'll probably get to 210 probably by January 1st, and that's like my main goal. But yeah, from here on out, just posing, just really just seeing how things are, seeing if I've made improvements, especially compared to last year. I always like to compare me last year versus me now. Did I get better? How did I get better? What did I learn? And what can I do to just keep improving? And this is one thing I've always been focused on, my physique, so I've got to keep making improvements. But thank you for you guys watching, and hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you on the next one, which I'll probably upload another one tomorrow. Peace.